Hi guys, FrostFangs here, welcome back once again, of course, to another Paladins video. We're going to be playing some Grohk today because he's kind of broken. That's not 100% true, but it works kind of for the title. I couldn't really think of a better way to word it, but if you haven't seen my other video on Grohk, on the PTS, talking about all the changes, I'd highly recommend you watch that one first, just to give you context for some of what I'm going to be talking about. But as I'm sure most of you already know, or you're probably not that bothered, his totems got changed to have independent cooldown, which made, obviously, the totemic war talent quite a bit stronger, and because of that, they nerfed it on the PTS. It's a bit more complicated than that, so I'm kind of simplifying it, but essentially they nerfed Spirit's Grace because it was too strong, because you were able to give multiple movement speed buffs with 3 totems that you were getting off cooldown way quicker. The movement speed was kind of ridiculous, so what they decided to do is 1. Nerf Spirit's Grace. The percentage of it went down from 8 to 6, which is a pretty big difference at max level. That's 30% instead of 40, although I don't know if it actually got implemented. The card says it did, but it's kind of hard to test the difference between 30 and 40%, but as far as I can tell, that one did get implemented. The second change, which I'd argue is quite a bit more important, I think most people would agree with me, is they made it so that the card wouldn't stack. So if you had 3 totems on the ground, you wouldn't give the movement speed buff 3 times and make it ridiculous. You'd only give it once, and that didn't get implemented. They said it did in the patch notes. I think Adana's tweeted about it on Twitter as well, but it didn't actually go through. So I don't know if they implemented it and it didn't work, in which case it would be broken, or if they just forgot to. Either way, you can currently still stack the movement speed buff. If you throw down 3 totems, you are just turbo speed. So I thought I'd show it off because I highly doubt that they changed their minds, and maybe you can play it a couple times before it does get nerfed to not stacking anymore. They also apparently reduced the ult charge you get from dealing damage as Grohk, so you should general a little bit less often, especially if you're focused on damage as a healer. I doubt you'll notice it very much. So yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to say in the intro. If I missed anything, I'll probably leave it in a comment or something, but we've got Siege Ice Mines for game 1. I'm going to stick to Siege and Onslaught for this. We've got a Dredge, we've got a Ram, and a Victor. I gave my opinion on this already in the first video, which is why I recommended that you watch it first. I overall think that it would be fine if it went through like this. I don't think they even necessarily need to fix this. If they just left it like stacking, I think it would be fine. I think in the PTS video I said that they should nerf the cooldown of the totem by like a second, and that would probably be enough, but then again, the speed is a little bit crazy, as I'm sure you'll see. I think the last pick we have is Zin or Victor, but for their side, they've got a Nando, a Victor, a Grohk, a BK, and a Fury. Pretty high levels overall here. Seems like it's going to be a pretty good siege. Didn't really go through the setups at all, but it's because they're pretty much the same as they were on the PTS video, although I do have one extra one. I'll go through it in between this one and the next match. We'll go for Kronos and maybe Nimble. I don't think we need it with the speed, right? We've got Scuttle, we've got Shrapnel, we've got Yomi and Enforcer, then Chain Reaction, Aegis, Totemic Ward, Burst Mode, and Exterminate. Their Grohk actually is also running the max speed, and then Gale, which I don't run because I don't feel like it's really worth. I've seen a lot of people run it though, so it might be something you want to try. I've got my little totems down there. We're going to jump up here and throw one on the point for him, and then throw one there. That's not where I wanted that to go. Definitely a bit of a downside to this is that there is some downtime where you don't have any totems and you can't really heal for very much. To throw that there to try and heal this in, but I missed him by like a little bit. There's a Q, there's a right click onto the Vic. I was going to drop another Q, but they're pushing up pretty hard. We were kind of fighting in 3 places at once, and this setup doesn't do very well for when your team isn't stacked. This map shouldn't be too bad though. We're going to drop a Q there for him. We'll throw one up there as well. We'll drop 2. Honestly, you might as well just spam them because they do come off cooldown independently. You might as well just drop them whenever you've got them up. If your team's going to be sitting around a spot, we'll throw another one there, though Zin is already bursted. I do feel like it's kind of hard to recommend Totemic Ward a lot of the time. I feel like the heal on the left click is a really good choice in a lot of matchups, but we'll drop that there. That's Dredge going for the ult. Bunch of damage. Nice. We'll go through the shield. Drop another Q. That's the stun from the Fury. That's Victor going for the ult. We can just juke those with that Ghost Walk. It's got a pretty lengthy cooldown, but nothing crazy. There's a little bounce. We'll drop another Q here. Just keep spamming it on the point. If we're grouped like this, it should be easy. Anyway, we did get the defense successful. 1-1. We got Kronos 2. This is definitely winnable. I'd say overall this match is actually pretty even. We just had a bit of a rough team fight at the start. Did ask the team to flank left. I think if we stay grouped, we definitely stand a chance. If we stay in this little doorway here, I can get my heals pretty effectively. Do we go for the ult? There is the Fury Beam and some other ults going on. We used our Ghost Walk. Probably should have saved it. We're going to throw the Q up there for him a little bit. Throw a bounce there as well. I drop a Q. Going to go for the ult. That should win us the team fight there. Grohk did the exact same thing, so I guess we're pretty much bang on even. That Victor is shredding me. Jesus Christ, there's 2 totems right on the floor. That's the BK ult. I'm going to drop out. That's him just insta-detonating. Me and Victor were the last ones to die, but they did recover that team fight massively. That's the Fury stun. There's another totem. They have pretty beefy health pools. Debuff there meant that I didn't even need to use that, but that's me dead. Victor with the ult. He might be gone. Drop a Q here for the Victor. He is just about up. There's one for the Zin as well. Never mind, Victor's dead, but they did recover that really well. Zin's going for the ult. I'm trying to tick the Victor here to give him a hand. There we go. We'll throw that Q across there. I do run the range increase, but only like level 1. You could run it higher if you are playing on a bigger map or you like to play Grohk like that, but I try and stay kind of close to the team, which often gets me kind of screwed, so maybe I should run more. Well, I did run back, but we're having a bit of a hard time here. I'm going to Ghost Walk and retreat a bit. We'll drop another Q. There's a bounce off of him. We'll throw another one there. He's going for the ult. There goes the Dredge trying to finish off the Victor. Nice. We'll drop another Q. I'm just focusing my heals on the Ram. He's going for the ult. We should be able to get rid of the Fury. Nice. Actually, I feel like ults in this one have been really important. I reckon if I had a tiny bit of radius extra on the Q, it'd be doing way better, but there goes the BK. He seems to emote a lot when he's dying. I don't know if that's like a distraction tactic with the heart. I've seen a few people do something like that, but it's kind of weird. weird. We'll drop the Q up there. You can actually do that now, which is nice. They did change some stuff about how the totems work, so they do feel quite a bit better to use now, and you can kind of throw them up there like that. Drop a Q up there for the Dredge out to retreat away from that BK explosion. Ram is running back. I'm going to jump on the point here to try and hold it with my heels and play around like this box or something. Do I go for the ult here? Yeah, sure, why not? We might be able to recover this team fight. I doubt it, but I'm going to give it a shot. There, Grohk went for the same thing. There's just all my totems. I'm going to drop them all down, then Ghost Walk to regen the health. This is a mess. Got hit by the Fury Beam. Don't know how I didn't dodge that. Ram ulted, missed everybody. I think that guarantees that we've lost the team fight, right? That BK stun has also been a really big pain. Victor running to the back, going for the ult, cancelling it because there is the 1-3 of it. This is honestly a really good siege, even though we are getting battered a little bit. I think we're putting up a pretty good fight. I feel like it is a bit of a tough matchup, mainly just for our Ram. I think everybody else is kind of even, but Ram is just getting hit by so much stuff. We'll play the little side angle here, drop our little totems down, play up top. There goes the Victor already. Jesus Christ, there's a right click, there's a Q here. I guess we're playing a little bit more aggressively. And I went for the ult, so did BK. Didn't even get time to really detonate it. Victor's at the back. He died, I think, at the start of the team fight, but everybody else there got cleared pretty much the same way last time. Ram did actually get on there to touch the overtime. I'm going to use my Ghost Walk and touch it as well. There's a Q. I'm definitely dead, but I guess we got to trigger it and deal some damage. There's no way we're recovering this. Grohk's going for the ult, and there is the 1-4. I don't think they were pre-made. They might have been. Doesn't really matter. I'm not even going to bother to check, but they were ulting really, really well, and that was overall a good siege. We did, of course, lose, but I put most of that down to sometimes we were getting kind of separated, and also our ults weren't as good as theirs. We healed for an okay amount. The rest of the team actually didn't do too bad other than Ram, who, like I said, was having a pretty hard time. Shoutouts to their BK, by the way. He did pretty average for that match. Their Grohk did a really good job. He healed for a ton there. The Furia also did pretty good. Her beams were solid. Their Victor did a ton of damage, and then their Nando was also really good. Their BK actually has quite a low damage number there compared to everybody else. I think I did say I was going to go through the builds. They're pretty straightforward, so I'll do it really quickly. We've got damage Grohk, which you've seen a million times. Very, very standard layout there for that setup. We've got a ammo heal setup, which is just a bunch of ammo if I want to go for the one that heals with the left click. Then this other one is kind of a mix between the two, where it's got a bunch of health for the totem, bunch of extra health for us, a bit of ammo, and then no speed. So it's kind of in between, but I'd say overall I'm less likely to use that one in comparison to the other three. Game 2 is ready. We'll go ahead and grab our Grohk. We've got Onslaught Performance Rise. Pretty good map for him. Alright, well, for the teams, we've got a Gold Furia, which looks fantastic, a Vora, a Tyra, and a Term, and then we're up against a Tiberius, a Damba, another Term, a Tyra, and a Furia. Did I read that out right? I feel like I just read out the same team twice. I mean, 3 out of 5 are the same, and we have pretty similar team comps. They have 2 healers, we have 2 healers, and then we just have a flank instead of the second damage. Pretty close. Just going to run onto right side. I guess I can quickly show you that the speed buff stacks. That's a good demonstration, I guess. A bit of a waste of my totems, but it does show you pretty well. Furia's getting a little bit of heal there as well, so it wasn't a complete waste. Vora there with the right click. There's a Q. A little bit too late. I probably shouldn't have wasted my totems. Luckily, it didn't screw us over too bad. We did just keep the Furia up by like a little bit there. Furia is really low. There's a right click off the Term. There's a Q. We do buff our Term out quite a bit with the speed, but they have a Dam who's probably doing it too. We'll drop one here. We've got Mercy, Exterminate, Relentless Presence, Decimation, Cherish, Decimation, Ripened Core, Tiger's Fury, and Burn Monster. Okay, I probably should have spent more time on that, but it's whatever. There's a Q for the Vora, 2 of them, 3 of them, why not? Hello, enemy team. There's some damage for you. I guess you guys didn't think I was going to be sitting in the bottom right there. She's gone as well. I probably should have F just in case, but we're still up. There's another Q. There's our Fury with the beam just absolutely bodying their Fury. Hello, Terminus. It's really obvious that the speed buff is stacking. I don't know why I even tried to demonstrate it. Very obvious that it is giving you a bonus percentage, although I'm pretty sure it did get put down to 6 from 8 because it does seem lower. Tiberius just doing flips. He only just about stayed on there. He is probably dead. I'm going to try and kill him. There's the Ghost Walk. I think I am gone. There's a Q. I don't know if he's chasing. He is. There's another one. We're going to heal up. Dodge the Tyre Fire. Actually still alive. Shouts to him for trying to slow him and stuff. It's a flipping messy team fight though. There's a right click which I missed somehow. Another totem. We're kind of slapping him here. Well done, Term. Fury's on the right side. I'm going to go for the ult because our Fury did, and that should guarantee us like a stomp here. Make sure that these guys don't die. I should have pushed in for damage, but I wanted to heal. There's another Q. She's just going to get melted here. Fury be Fury. Fight who wins? Fury. Who would have thought? Technically Term won that one, but that's Fury with the beam. Just go through his health here. I'm pushing in on the other side to try and finish him off, which didn't work. Do these guys not know that he's in here? I guess they do. There we go. Finish him off. Don't think he can actually get rid of me and Tyre. We just have too much damage. I can hear Tiberius doing flips. We're going to get on the other side of him here. Just make sure that he's gone. Q up there for the Term. There we go. He's just running out. We'll drop another one. I'll drop 3. There we go. Term with 3 speed buffs. Not crazy at all. There goes Vora. Can I jump and drop that? Not as forward as I wanted to put it, but we'll throw another one up. I kind of could do with a bit more range, but he's going to go for the ult. Fury there with the beam. Nice. Term's actually still up on his 10 streak. We're actually on 16 apparently. I've not even really been trying. That's their Fury going for the ult. There's the Tyra as well. We're going to drop the Q. Run back a bit. That's Damba. Okay, no one's really near us, so we're safe. I guess Term's here. There goes Fury, couldn't get to her fast enough. That's our Tyra trying to ult. I think there's another Q. If she dips into the heal, she should be fine. Their Damber's running away. Hello, Term. I think I can actually outspeed you, funnily enough. Yeah, I can actually just run away from him. That's weirdly funny. I guess that shows you that the speed buff does stack. There's a right click for him. I could go for the ult. Do we want to push in here with Fury and see if we can clear a couple of them? Yeah, why not? Fury with the beam. Nice. Tiberius should be dead here too. There we go. He's gone. Dodge the Furia, and she's going to get melted. Thank you very much. That's because our Fury ulted. That's why I was doing so much damage there. Is he going to go for the ult? I'm going to try and bait it out, but I highly doubt he goes for here. I have 2,500 credits because I haven't died in forever. We only have Kronos 1. That's her with the execute. He seemed to be able to move there a little bit after she used it. He's going for the ult. Okay, I could go for my F here. I'm going to pop it just so he can pull away without getting damage from the Tyra fire. Tiberius is doing flips, trying to kill him. He's dashing through like a madman. He's retreating. Might as well retreat a little bit. Gives us a chance to buy some items. We'll go for Kronos 3 and Morale Boost 2. Why not? We'll drop a Q there for the Furia. She doesn't even really need it. We'll drop another one because I guess we're pushing in. Look at that speed buff. That's mental. Something that they could do to maybe have some sort of middle ground is making it so that it stacks but only at 50% effectiveness, which is kind of what diminishing returns does. But I think if it was actually built into the card instead, maybe that would be kind of cool. Probably a lot of work though. I imagine they're just going to disable it. But there's the Q for the Fury. There's another one. Tick damage for the Tyra. Tiberius is kind of low, but we're going to just deal with this Term instead, I guess. Tyra fire melting him. Term just doing jumps. Should we go for the ult? Yeah, why not? Might as well just push in here. Deal as much damage as we can. Pretty shredded team fight, that's for sure. Drop a Q. Jump over the Term. Cheeky little double. Just realized I'm 31-0. Guess I'm going to try and finish this match without a single death. I'm going to play a little bit safer than I usually would just to see if we can keep it going with like a 30-0. Q up there for the Term. There's another one. Okay, I guess we should pull back a bit here. Tiberius is doing flips with the ult. There's a bounce off nobody. He's going for his to regen his health. I dropped a Q because I knew that Fury Beam was going to hit. Their Fury actually ulted. I'm going to pull back. He's trying to get some spam bounces or something. I don't know. Is he pushing round? He is. For some reason I didn't think Tyra would ignore him, but there we go. He's gone. I am playing safe. As you can tell, I'm not pushing up as much as usual. Got so close to spawn, I decided to just dip back, finish off our morale boost and get some damage reduction. We'll drop a Q up there for the two of them. Nice bit of position in there. Let's get rid of the Tyra. Short term just did it on his own. He's actually doing a great job. Drop in my 2 Qs and then I'm going to engage with this Tiberius. We should be able to get rid of him, right? Thank you, Fury, for the hand. She's getting kind of burnt by the Tyra. There's the heal. I'm not going to drop down because I want to beat up here. There goes the Term as well. I think I might have just kind of screwed myself. We'll drop a Q. That's Fury with the beam. I think that was unintentional. There's a right click for it. It's up here now with me, but we're going to have to play a little bit different. There's the Tiberius going for the ult. I'm going to Ghost Walk here, then dip inside. We'll drop the Q. I do have my ult up. I guess we can pop that just to make sure we don't die and we keep the streak for a little bit. We're right at the end of the game here. It's freaking sucked to lose it in the last 10. And there we go. There's the victory. I actually didn't die that entire game. I played it kind of safe towards the second half there, but 12-0-23. Feel like it was worth doing. 50k damage there is actually pretty good and 66k heals. For the rest, our Fury did a pretty solid job there. She focused on damage and it worked out relatively well. The Term did a fantastic job for it. Also did solid, and so did Tyra. For their side, their Term had a bit of a hard time. Their Damber didn't do too bad there. He actually healed for a bunch and I barely really saw him. Their Tiberius did fine, so did their Tyra, and so did their Furia. That was actually a really good situation to show off the speed buff there with the Term. I'm sure he was playing better there because we were buffing him so much. Their Damber didn't go for the speed buff for whatever reason, so their Term was at a bit of a disadvantage, and I think that was just a great game to show off Grohk, his healing, the speed buff, everything there. That worked out fantastically. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Going to keep it kind of short, but I pretty much done what I set out to do, so yeah, I'm going to cut it here. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Of course, I'll see you guys all really soon, although my voice is kind of shredded, so I might take a day or two off, but I'm somewhat back to regular videos, or at least I'm trying to be. Of course, I appreciate all the support, and yeah, thank you once again for watching. I really do appreciate it. See you guys all really soon, and as always, stay Frost.